Hey guys, if you've been watching my videos, welcome back! If you're new, welcome to my channel. It's a pleasure to have you. Right now I play games and I Let's Watch Death Battle, so if that interests you, I'd love to have you. Last time I had an update video, I asked you guys, my wonderful viewers, if you had any questions for me so we could have a bit of a Q&A session. And now I have this bit of stuff. So yeah, I can answer some questions now. Also, I did mix these up, so I don't know which question's going to come first or whatnot. No particular order, just remember that. I don't know if there's a reason I need to say that, but just in case you try to read deeply into something, don't. Question number 1. What were your best childhood moments? Well, I know I've talked about this in one of my other videos, I think Mario vs. Sonic, but one of my favorite childhood moments is that when I was in elementary school, I used to wake up early so I could play Mario Superstar Saga with my big brother before we both left. And I don't know, that was a lot of fun. And then when I was young with my friends, you know, we would play our imaginary games. You know, we would be the Star Fox characters or Mega Man characters or whatever. We had a game called Super Mega Ultra Mix or something along those lines. We had many of that kind of game. We just mixed up the title, you know, but it basically meant you could be any character from any game or anyone from any universe or a composite or whatever, and we just play, you know, often, well, most of the time on the tramp. And at one of my friend's house, he had some springs missing from his tramp, you know, around the outside edge. And so we'd climb through them and say that they were portals to other dimensions or times or whatever. It was a lot of fun. One of the games we played on the tramp was just called Pillow Land. It wasn't so much a game as that was a location where we or our characters or whatever went. And again, since it was on the tramp, it was just basically you lie down. Or you can order like a billion super extra squishy pillows and then jump on them and, you know, collapse them all the way down. And I don't know why we thought that like being lazy was fun, but that was one of our favorite places to go, Pillow Land, and we'd order pillows and we'd lie on them, and it was a great place for everyone to rest. Oh, we were so weird. I love it. I don't know. So those are two things that come off the top of my head for best childhood moments. So I'm gonna stick with that. There are more stories I could tell, but they haven't come to mind. So yeah, we'll move on. Question number 2. Who's your favorite football team? Well, I know nothing about football or really sports in general, but I thank you for asking a question nonetheless. It's probably your favorite team. Question number 3. Will you ever do a Death Battle Ideas video? I won't count it out, but right now, and this will play into another question I'm sure, I don't really have a ton of ideas, or at least none that I am like completely satisfied with. So while I wouldn't say no, I won't ever make a Death Battle Ideas video, I won't say that I will either. You never know. Okay, I'm gonna stop counting the questions now because I'm bound to mess up at some point. So, this question. Who is your favorite YouTuber? There are a lot of good YouTubers out there, and a lot that I'm both envious of and that I just plain admire. And PewDiePie actually is one of those. I would say that he is my favorite YouTuber. At first, I didn't like him because he swore a lot and he was really crass and vulgar, and those might be the same thing, but shut up. Love you. But he's just, you know, continuing to watch him grow, and he's grown fast, you know, #1 subscribed. He's such a good guy, you know, he runs these charities, he wants to make people smile, he wants to make them laugh, you know, and I really respect that, I do. So I'd say he's my favorite YouTuber. Next question. Is there a death battle you would like them to make? Not any in particular, mostly because the ideas that I have, I kind of shoot down within myself because I think there's an obvious winner. But other people have asked me this in the comments of my death battle videos before, so I have a prepared answer, and it's Gaara versus Toph. Gaara from Naruto, Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Apparently a lot of people have been saying more Toph versus Terra from Teen Titans, I think. But I just don't know a bunch of characters. I know Gaara and Toph because I watched both of those shows for a while. I think it would be interesting. I would love to see Death Battles, you know, the creators, you know, Wiz and Boomstick. I'd love to see their take on the two characters, especially Toph. So, you know, Toph versus Terra, sure, bring it on. It still has Toph, and she'd be who I'm rooting for. Though she'd also be who I think would die against Gaara. Shh. Next question. Do you want a Mario vs. Sonic video game? Not in particular, actually. Isn't that what, like, Mario in the Olympic Games or Sonic in the Olympic Games? I can't remember what it's called. Something in the Olympic Games, right? Isn't that the Mario and Sonic characters fighting, basically? I don't know, if you mean just an in general game, I actually usually like to stay away from crossovers, just as a personal preference. I mean, crossovers are fine, but I don't like when they're made canon. I think that's the big thing. As long as they can stay separate universes, that's fine with me. And I know that's completely different with comic books. Comic books have their own ring. Whatever, right? Next question. Who is your role model? Some of you might be thinking PewDiePie after that big speech that I gave back there, but my role model, I would say, is my big brother. His name is D'Artagnan, though we call him Dart, and while he's not perfect, while he's made mistakes and still makes mistakes, I love him, and he's amazing to me. He's just, I don't know, he's a big influence in my life, and love him to bits. If you happen to watch this, Dart, know that I love you. I really do. Next question. Why are you so handsome? Aw, you're handsome. Next, who is your favorite stepbrother? I think you know. You. Next, who was your favorite video game character when you were young? Now, it's kind of vague in the sense that young, you know, what age? You know, you can have different favorites, you know, every month, right? But I am going to say Fox McCloud. I think Star Fox 64 was actually the first game that I got, like, for my own, because I believe we were all downstairs watching the live-action Grinch That Stole Christmas, and then Santa came to our house, right? Came to visit, and we sang songs with him and everything. It was really cool. And then before he left, he gave me the cartridge, you know, Star Fox 64. And so I played it, and I loved it, and at the recess, because this was back in elementary school, at recess, I would quote Star Fox, like, sorry to Jet, but I'm in a hurry, or, you know, something like that. I'm not sure if that's the exact line, but it was after he beat one of the first bosses in that game. So, Fox McCloud, I've got to say, I've loved all the games that he's been in. I haven't played the NES ones, and I haven't played Command. Command has kind of angered me in the past. Not angered, but it's like, the endings are so weird. I'm glad that they're not going to be made canon in a new game. So yeah, Star Fox, Fox McCloud, all cool. Moving on from that one, what made you want to be a YouTuber, and do you enjoy it? What made me want to be a YouTuber is probably mostly my little brothers. Just, they like watching me play games, and I don't necessarily like them being over my shoulder, right? And so the first time I I recorded a video, it was so they could watch it. And actually, I think that the first game that I recorded for them was Slender. They wanted to see me play it, but since it's a scary game, you know, I don't want them to actually be there watching it, you know, watching me jump firsthand, because that's weird, right? So, mostly for them. Do I enjoy it? Definitely so. I mean, it's a lot of work sometimes, but you guys make it worthwhile. You make it fun for me, so thank you for that. Now, what is your favorite anime, and what is your least favorite? To be fair, I'm only going to use animes that I've actually seen, like that I've watched, at least for a while consistently, because otherwise that's just cheating, right? So my favorite anime, I'll have to say, is Death Note. I only watched after the first, up to the first plot arc, but the reason I quit was because I didn't think it could get better, and I didn't want it to, ruin itself, you know? So I stopped watching it. It was really intense, and I loved it. I loved how smart he was, and they did have, clever comedic moments, and I don't know, it was a really good anime in my opinion. I've also watched Naruto, Bleach, Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Feel like there's a fourth one, but I can't think of it right now, so I really haven't watched much anime at all. And if I'm going to pick my least favorite out of those four, Death Note, it's probably Katekyo Hitman Reborn. It was great, I'm not saying that I disliked it at all, but if I have to pick a least favorite, probably that one. I mean, the reason I stopped watching Naruto and Bleach was because I watched all of the episodes that they had done, and that's Japanese with English subtitles, so I watched all the episodes they had, and then I stopped watching them so I could binge when they had a bunch more, and just with schoolwork and all that, I was too busy and never started again. And that was back, years ago. Next question. Have you ever heard of Yu Yu Hakusho? Yes, I have. I've never watched it, though, and I've never read the manga, though I did think that I recognized your avatar as that. And you know who I'm talking to. Next! Do you have a PS3, Xbox 360, or a Wii U? Technically, no. I have a PS2, we have a broken Xbox 360, and my younger brother has a Wii U. So I don't really have anything, except kind of have claim over a Wii, but just a normal Wii. Yeah, so no, I would say I don't have any of those. I apologize if that's disappointing. Next one. When you run out of death battles, will you watch another Versus series like Superpowered Beatdown? It's possible, but one of the reasons that I really like Death Battle is that they're so objective about it. They take all these facts from whatever they can pull about the characters, they deeply analyze them, and then they come up with the winner based upon that. I don't know personally about Superpowered Beatdown, and I'm assuming that that's an actual thing and that I'm not messing up the name. But I heard that it was based upon popular vote, like the winner's determined by who the majority of the viewers want to win. And I don't like that nearly as much. To me, that's just, oh, who's more popular? He's the winner! Yay! And then, most people are happy. I don't like that. I like seeing actual work being put into it, seeing, not to say that those guys aren't working hard, I'm sure they are, and they have their own fan base, which is great. But I like to see, I like to learn about the characters. Learn, what can really happen if they fought. So, I won't say no, but I won't say yes. That's fair, right? Yeah. Of course it's fair. Next one. Are you looking forward to Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks? I am indeed. I have reservations like I did with the first Equestria Girls movie. The first movie, I was worried because first, you're turning ponies into humans, which is weird. Second, you're putting a pony that I love in a high school. And I'm like, no, don't have her deal with high school drama with like relationship crap, that's stupid. But then Equestria Girls turned out to be really good in my opinion. I loved it, I watched it several times. Like since it came out, first I saw it in theaters, then I watched it several times since then, have it on DVD now, it's great. This one, Rainbow Rocks, I'm more concerned about because it's a sequel. And in general, sequels tend to be worse from what I've experienced. So yes, I'm looking forward to it. I do have my reservations, but I plan on watching it in theaters, and I'm assuming that I'm going to enjoy it all the same. Next question. How do you pronounce your name? Well, if you're referring to my YouTube username, it's Ris Grestar. That's how I say it. Ris Grestar. I've heard a bunch like Ris and Ris, which Ris I'm fine with, but I say more Z sound. And I've heard a lot of Grey Star. I don't know if that's actually a thing, because ever since I had that name, I've heard Grey Star, and I've seen spellings of Greystar. I don't know what that's from, if it's from anything, but I've always said Gre Star. So, that's how I pronounce it. If you don't mean that name, or if you think that that's my real name, it's not. My name is Dean. Pleasure to meet you. Next question then. How did you get that Link pony shirt, or that Pony Link shirt, whatever? Internet, my friend, the internet. If I can find the link, I'll try to put it in the video really quick, but I don't know off the top of my head. I know that it was one of those, like, when I got it, it was on sale at the time, like it was the special of the day kind of shirt. So I'll see if I can find the link again. Oh, and on that note, about my headphones. These ones, with, DJ Pone3 vinyl scratch, I got them at Hot Topic. If you look on Amazon or eBay, I know Amazon has it for sure, but freakishly overpriced. Like, don't buy it from there. I think I got mine for like 25 bucks or so. I could be remembering incorrectly, but Hot Topic definitely had it cheaper than Amazon did. So I keep looking in the store. Next one. How do you deal with negative comments? Oh, this is a fun one. How do I deal with negative comments? Typically, I ignore them. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I think that some people just don't know how to filter. Some people don't see the difference between opinion and blatantly insulting someone. If, they aren't meaning to offend me, but they're offensive, whatever. If they are meaning to offend me, then, that's their own issue, right? I think that responding to them most of the time just eggs people on, so why bother, right? I mean, I would rather cultivate a niceness, I want people to be nice and have fun and feel welcome, and just responding to that kind of stuff doesn't do any good in my opinion, so I ignore it. And yes, I do get negative comments. If you get negative comments, I suggest you do the same. Just let it pass. To each his own, right? Next one. Can you start playing Oblivion again? If you weren't aware, I played The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I started it a long time ago because it's a long game. But if you want to watch it, check my playlist. Same with all my other videos. If you want to watch me play a certain game, I know someone asked about Minecraft. I've already played Minecraft, so check my playlist if you're interested. Keep in mind that a lot of those games are old, so they're not as... Not that I have great quality now, but they're not nearly as good quality as my videos now. So keep that in mind and be happy, you know. Can I start playing Oblivion again? I can, but I probably won't, just because I've already beaten the main storyline, so now I could just go through and, you know, do a bunch of quests. But first, I don't see a lot of support for that series. And second, just having a bunch of quests, there's no definite ending point, and so it's really kind of hard when I'm trying to keep open slots so I can have more variety in my games and such. So, sorry if that disappoints you. I will be actually, I guess since this will be in the future, this video, I uploaded one for you Friday, so hopefully that's good. I do plan on doing more of the Daedric quests, so if you want to see some more Oblivion, hang in there. Next one. Would you like to see Hulk vs. Superman? Wouldn't be against seeing it, but I think I would rather someone other than Superman. Partly because, again, my favorite part of death battles is the analyses. I love learning about the characters and seeing what they think and how they match people up and all that. So I've already seen Superman, so not necessarily. I would be interested in seeing what they have to say about Hulk. And second point, in the comics, haven't Hulk and Superman actually fought? So I feel like we could already kind of see the result. I don't know personally, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like a wholly worthwhile episode. Hulk versus someone else? Sure. Do I know who else? No. But we could figure it out. Next one. What is your favorite Pokemon? Well, I'm a sucker for the dog-looking Pokemon. So I like Poochyena and Mightyena, Electrike and Manectric, sorry. And, oh my gosh, I forgot for a second. Houndour and Houndoom. I love those ones, and Vaporeon, from a roleplay actually. But my favorite Pokemon, I'd have to say, is Vulpix. I think Vulpix is adorable. And again, I love foxes. Foxes are my favorite animal, so that probably really helps. But I love Vulpix. Vulpix is so cute. I just want to snuggle it. So yeah. Do you have any secret remedies or tricks for the common cold? I can't say that I do. Get plenty of rest, drink plenty of water, keep yourself hydrated. Don't overexert yourself. And my family, we like to take baths when we're sick. I don't know, just when I was younger, I took a bath, you know, and it made me feel better. Usually that's more when I'm like, throwy uppy, you know. Sorry if you don't want to hear this. But it couldn't hurt for the cold, right? Just a nice warm bath to relax, let your body do what it needs to do, in terms of like the cells fighting off. Yeah, so, no real secret cure-alls or anything. Next question, and this one might be difficult. What 10 possible characters do you want to see in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS? So the new one that's coming out. I don't know if I have 10 characters that I want to see. I was rather happy with the lineup, and again, even though I love video games and that kind of thing, video game characters, I don't know a lot of video games. Especially after having done all this death battle stuff, I realize how ignorant and like deprived I am of so many things. So from the games that I do know, I think it would be cool to see Crystal, like from Star Fox, and I know that a lot of other people would too. And then pulling from my little brother stuff, Knuckles, Paper Mario, I'd love to see Tails just because I love Tails. So that's 4. Give me a minute. Crystal, Tails, Knuckles, Paper Mario. Also, if you didn't know, I'm staying clear of the ones that have already been confirmed or have already been in previous games. I'm just trying to think of completely new ones. Trying to think, what Nintendo games do I know? I was thinking Spyro. Could be cool to see Spyro, because I love that game. But that's not Nintendo. And sure, they have people like Snake, but I don't know if they would like continue to do that, or if that would necessarily be a good approach. Yeah, I don't really know. So I'll leave you with those 4, kind of 5. Yeah, if I think of more, maybe I can jump back to this question, but I probably won't, so be satisfied with that. Alright, next question. If you could mix winners and losers from death battles and have them fight, who would it be? Right, obviously I can only go off of the ones that I've seen. So let's see. Well, if we're gonna be mixing winners and losers, and that means we can go either way, so it doesn't matter if you have a winner against a loser or whatnot. It might be interesting to see Luigi versus Sonic and Mario versus Tails, because right now my theory is that the Sonic universe is just more powerful. Like, I don't think that the Death Battle people had favoritism, you know, over the Sonic characters. I just think that Sonic characters are more powerful than the Mario brothers. But it would be interesting to see what they think in pitting up the 4 characters. I don't think I would terribly mind seeing Cloud go against either Strider or Ryu, but I'm afraid that in that case, Cloud would actually be underpowered. Again, I really only know Cloud from Advent Children, the movie, and in that, he's bloody awesome, and he's going super fast and jumping super high and doing all these agile stuff, and he can cut through, like, metal buildings or whatever. But then you have the superpowered ninjas, you know? And so I feel like Cloud would be underpowered there, so yeah, no. I don't know, I'm trying to think of things that, again, would kind of be even, but it's not coming all that easily right now. So yeah, I can't really think of anything. I think that they pick their death battles pretty carefully, so they have people who won't, like, completely outshine each other. That's my opinion. Next one! If you were invited to play Minecraft UHC, would you play it? I'm not sure what UHC is. I googled it after reading this question, and I'm thinking now that it's ultra hardcore. In which case, I probably would not. Mostly because, well, first, I don't play all that often with other people just because. Second, it's hard to coordinate, you know, like LAN activities. This wouldn't be LAN, but online activities, there we go. And third, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I like building and mining. I don't like the thought of, oh, if you die, you are dead. But yeah, that's just me. Again, I played Minecraft. If you check my playlist on, you know, my channel, obviously, you can see that. About 40 parts, I think. The first little while is really rather amateurish. I'll come right out and admit that. I would, if I could do it again, I would change it. But I had a lot of fun. I had a goal of getting to the Ender Dragon. So if you want to see me try to get to the Ender Dragon, watch my Minecraft playlist. Here's another question. Of all the characters who have won a death battle, who are your favorites in order? Oh, I probably should have planned ahead of time for this question. Let me think. Okay, I'm pretty sure Tails and Fox are at the top. I can't decide which one among them. I love them both. So I'm gonna say Tails and Fox, Spider-Man, Cloud. Oh no, but then Luigi and Mario and Sonic. Oh crap. Tails and Fox, Luigi, Mario and Sonic together, Spider-Man, Cloud. Oh bugger! Then there's Vegeta and Shadow and Robocop, Fox and Tails, Luigi, Mario, Sonic, Spider-Man, Cloud, Shadow, Robocop, Vegeta. Ah, bloody. Boba Fett? No, Batman Boba Fett. How did I forget Rainbow Dash? Goodness, frick, now I have to reorder this again. I think Rainbow Dash is gonna have to be at the top. Rainbow Dash, Sonic and... Not Sonic! Gosh dang it. Rainbow Dash, Tails and Fox, Sonic and Mario, Luigi, Sonic and... I give up. Know that I like a lot of characters, and it's hard for me to decide which is a favorite, because they all have their ups and downs, their pros and cons, positives and negatives. I love them for some things, hate them for other things. There's a lot to consider, many, many variables. So, a little too difficult. But thank you for asking the question. I appreciate the question. It's a good question. Let's move on. Let's see. What do you want to do with your channel? Well, I want to continue making Let's Play videos. I really enjoy playing games, and like I said, my favorite YouTuber is PewDiePie, and so I do have some inspiration from that. My other favorite YouTubers are also Let's Players. So yeah, I wanna Let's Play. I do want to keep doing these Let's Watch Death Battles, and I might branch out a bit and Let's Watch other things, you know? So you guys can react with me or whatnot. My concern there is largely with copyright issues. And then even past copyright issues, there's always just, well, with Death Battle I have a system, you know? I have, you know, the beginning, the middle, and the end, which sounds really obvious, but if you look at it, there is a system to my Death Battle videos if you haven't noticed already. With other things, with just like shows or little snippets of other people's creations, I have no idea how I could really approach that. It's just, there's a lot to think about. So with copyright and just the approach that I would take and how successful that would be, I don't know. I do know that I do want to keep doing Let's Plays, I want to keep watching death battles, and I hope that we can keep progressing with, you know, viewership, subscriber count, positive comments, and a positive community. So fingers crossed. Next question. Of the death battles you've seen, which is your current favorite? I want to say that I am very bad with these current favorite things. Usually if people are like, oh, what's your favorite movie? It's like the last movie that I saw. So I want to say right now, you know, Luigi vs. Tails is my favorite. But again, that could change very easily. Luigi vs. Tails was a very good one. Fox vs. Bucky had Fox, and it was the first one that I watched, and so, you know, it's special to me in that sense. Vegeta vs. Shadow, He-Man vs. Lion-O had really funny banter that I just loved. Goku vs. Superman, I absolutely loved the ending. Please do not take that ending away from me, the conclusion. Not necessarily who won, but just when they talked about who they were as characters, Superman and Goku, it hit me so hard. Like, it really made me appreciate Superman and Goku as characters. And so, kind of related, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. A few people have said that they're planning Death Battle is planning on making a rematch, which actually, honestly, kind of saddens me. I mean, I realize that there might be new information out for Goku, or that they got some information wrong, but just, it was so beautiful, the ending. I loved it so much. To have that, like, tarnished by, oh, we did something wrong, here's a new one to make you guys happy, it saddens me, it does. So I'm gonna move on to another question now. And, can you do a Super Smash Bros. Brawl Let's Play? Well, I don't know. First off, what do you mean by that? Do you mean just play some, like, online matches and post that? Or play the, like, Subspace Emissary? That's what it was called, right? The kind of story mode for it? Or what? Also, I don't know exactly how to do that, because we have that on the Wii, yes, but can you actually, like, I don't have the setup to record from a Wii to a computer, and I don't think that my computer could run an emulation of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, if there is even a thing. Someone told me it's possible, but I kinda got lost, so for now I'm gonna say no. But yeah, you should probably explain a little bit more what you mean, and then I can consider. Which video game character do you like to this day? I like a lot of characters to this day. I still love Fox McCloud, I still love Sonic and Mario and Luigi and Tails and Knuckles and Shadow and the Sonic characters and the Mario characters that I liked, and Link and Cloud. Did I already say those? I don't think so. And Yoshi. It's really hard to say. Basically, if I liked them as a kid, I probably still like them now. And I didn't really play many games where I would dislike characters as far as I can remember. Or if I did, it's just not sticking as well. So, yeah, I like a lot of characters. Next comment. What is your goal in life? Now, this might seem really vague, but that's because I only have a vague goal, and that is to be successful. I don't know how I want to be successful. I'm having a lot of issues with thinking about what I want to do, you know, when I'm older. I will get older, so quotes are hardly necessary, but you know what I mean. So really all I can hope for is that whatever I end up doing, I'm successful and I can live happily. That's what I want. I hope that it's something that makes a difference. And what I really want to do with that is make people happy. You know, let people enjoy themselves. So that's one of the things I really like about YouTube. You know, what I'm trying to do here is be able to create a good environment, share what I enjoy with people and have them enjoy it with me, you know, death battles and video games that I play, stuff like that. I want to share these experiences. Aside from YouTube, I want to be an author right now, like a novelist, like for fantasy kind of stuff, young adult reader sort of thing. But this semester at school has just been nothing but discouraging, and like, if I've learned anything, it seems like it's the fact that I'm a bad writer. So, hard to say, but hopefully, long term, in life, I will be successful. So, if you want, cross your fingers for me. I'd appreciate it. Next question. How long have you been watching Death Battle? I am not sure. I could look at my Fox vs. Bucky date, but yeah, you know, hold on, I'll look it up real quick. Okay, I looked it up. It became public November 23rd of 2013, my Fox vs. Bucky video. So it's been a few months. I'm not gonna bother with the math, but it's been a few months. Next question, how old are you? I am 19, turning 20 in June. Do you think someone should start watching Death Battle from the beginning? If someone is going to start watching Death Battle, yeah, I'd say the beginning is a wonderful place to start. Now I'm thinking of that musical. Yeah, if I could change things, like, I guess, time control? Also, time control would be my power of choice, just thought I'd let that out. I would probably start from the beginning, yeah. But when I started, I didn't think that this would become anything. I just planned on watching that one, because my little brother was a big fan of Death Battle, and he told me, hey, the next Death Battle has Fox McCloud in it, and he knows I love Fox McCloud. You should watch it for your YouTube channel. So I did, and people turned out to like it. So, yeah, I would say if you plan on watching Death Battle more than just, one episode, yeah, start from the beginning. Watch as Wiz and Boomstick grow, watch as their style changes, That's what I would say. Oh, and you would get to avoid spoilers, which I have not. Speaking of spoilers, guys, just so you know, I try to read every comment that I get. If YouTube notifies me of it, I try to read it. Unless you guys are just having a big debate, and then I kind of stay away from it. But with that said, please don't post spoilers of videos that I haven't seen yet, because then I see them, and they're spoilers, and then I'm spoiled, and then it's not as good, I mean, I still fully well enjoyed Goku vs. Superman even after I knew who won, but still, I like as many things to be kept a secret as possible. So if you could, try not to post spoilers on my videos, because I will read them. Most likely. Next question, we have, what is the first video game you've ever played? I do not know. That is I don't have that good a memory from when I was that young. I know one of the first games I remember playing is Pokemon Yellow version, but I'm sure I played games before that, But yeah, when I was in kindergarten or preschool, I can't remember which one for sure, but I would race home to get Yellow version before my big brother did, because we only had one copy and we were sharing it, and I would want to play. And so I'd get home and I'd get it first. I'm like, yeah, it's mine, and play it, and it was a lot of fun. Pokemon's great. But I don't think it was my first, and I don't remember what my first would be. So, yeah. Yellow was my first Pokemon game, and then I got Red version, and I've played every one but 4th generation since then. So, yay! Next question we have, what made you a brony? I don't have a, special fancy answer for this, really. It was just one time, I was staying at my dad's house for Thanksgiving, and I was up late on the computer just idly talking to one of my internet friends, and I said I was bored, and he sent me the link to the first episode. I clicked on it to watch it, but then I realized I might as well just go to sleep, so I closed it without ever, it didn't get even into the starting song. I think it was just loading the video, and then I quit it. But then for Christmas, so just a month later, I got a G-Pad, which is like an iPad, but like a no-brand version, right? So it wasn't fantastic in its function, but it let me watch YouTube videos. I also at the time had a computer curfew, so I could only be on the computer, not just the internet, but the computer for so long, including doing homework. So anyway, once my computer time was over, I went upstairs, I got on that, I ran out of YouTube videos to watch, which basically meant Dragon Ball Z Abridged and stuff like that. And so I thought, I might as well check out that pony show that one friend sent me. So I started watching it, and then I watched the next one, and then I watched the next one. I think I just watched 4 or 5 that night. Then I went to bed, then the next day I watched some more, When I started, I don't think the first season was over yet, so yeah, I was fairly on time with the rest of the people, but that's how I started. I just liked it. I liked Powerpuff Girls before then, I still like Powerpuff Girls, and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, so I figured that I would like it, so I gave it a shot. If you could live in any video game world, which world would it be, and why? One of the things I often think of is Final Fantasy. but that's from knowing the movie and how he could jump super high and move super fast, and it was really bloody awesome. But thinking about that, if I were in that world, I'd probably be just a normal civilian, and that would suck. Because then I'd just have to deal with the monsters and the thieves or whatever, and I'd probably die. So the video game world that I would probably choose is Pokemon. Because even in Pokemon, even normal humans can be awesome. Because it doesn't matter like what you are, like power-wise or anything. It just, you know, you can get Pokemon friends. You don't even have to battle with them. You can just get friends, pets, you know, really develop good, intimate relationships. And I think that the Pokemon universe would be fantastic. Of course, it has its own risks. Like, if you think about Pokemon literally, I think that there would be some major chaos unless there was a natural law that Pokemon don't attack humans. But there is no law, as we see from like Beedrill attacking Ash or Spearow attacking Ash or whatever. So it would be dangerous, but I think that I would choose the Pokemon world. Next question. Do you have any secret family recipes you would like to share? Sure, I could share one. Except I don't exactly know how to make it myself, so this is gonna be really, like, unclear, but bear with me. Two of the people in my family can't have sugar, fructose. They have fructose malabsorption, so it's not like an allergy so much as they just can't tolerate it, so if they have it, it makes them sick. And that includes tomato sauce, so we can't have pizza. So one of the things we've done is we get like, I think Pillsbury Doughboy biscuits, you know, some kind of biscuit. And then we put Alfredo sauce on it. And then, you know, the cheese and the pepperoni or sausage or whatever. So delicious. I love Alfredo sauce pizza. So that's just kind of my own thing. Again, you could just buy Alfredo sauce pizza, but that's how we make it, and I think it's delicious. So, there's our recipe. Now the last question, I guess we're ending on a strong note here. Can you play Outlast? Well, I do own the game Outlast, and I've never played it, but I have watched someone play it all the way through. So the twist wouldn't exactly get me, you know? I mean, I've seen it. I can absolutely guarantee that if I played it, I would be scared. I would jump. I would have my little freak out moments, you know? But the twists, you know, I would already know them. Like, I know how it ends and everything. So if you guys would be cool with that, if you'd like to see me play it anyway, sure, I can include it in my next vote when the slot opens up for Monday through Thursday. Otherwise, probably not, just because I'm used to playing things blind. Well, alright, that was the Q&A. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed getting all your questions. I've enjoyed answering them now. And I hope that you feel satisfied. I hope that you feel, you know, a little bit more about me, and we can be even more awesome friends. So, yeah, again, thank you for your questions. This wouldn't have happened without them. And thank you so much for your continued support. It means so much to me, more than you probably know. So, I really appreciate it. I hope that I can continue to grow, and we together can continue to be awesome and better than we were the day previous, or however you want to think of it. It's really cool to be here. So thank you guys for letting me be here, for letting me into a snippet of your lives and all that good stuff. And with all those questions and all of that talk, thanks for watching! Again, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, of course, feel free to like, comment, and if you're new, even subscribe. It means a lot, it really helps me out, and I would love to have you guys. So, tune in next time for my next video, and until then, take care.